John Wooden once said, little things make big things happen. But when life is crazy, stress is high, and you are running around with your head cut off with kids, work, all the things, it's really easy to forget that the basics are what you need. And you always go for a big overall life, flipping it upside down and trying to overhaul it all. Episode 97, Driven for Health podcast with Coach Brian here, and we're going to be talking about a live roundtable with my guys in the Call to Rise 100-Day Fat Loss Challenge. And we're going to go over a number of different things, celebrating a guy who's down 30 plus pounds. We're going to go over what big rocks concepts are, whether or not you need to track macros, finding smarter food choices and simple ways to move your body. All of these things are super important. We'll go over the fundamentals and make it as easy as possible. We also go over some meal planning strategies that make it stupid simple for you to be able to eat on the go and fit it in and move toward your health. And consistency is the bottom line. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this episode, and here we go.
Yo, Coach.
What's up? Happy to see you.
Nice haircut, by the way.
Everett. He did me up. It's time for the summer, dude. It's so hot out. Had to take advantage.
Wait, who hooked you up, Coach? Who hooked you up?
Everett, my second. Everett.
Wow, for
Second
real?
son. Yeah. This kid, he's a man of many talents. He's a barber, he's a baker, he's an artist, he's a fashion designer, he's an athlete, he's got straight A's, he's in theater, he, he dances, like he's legit
Really?
and of many talents. It's pretty cool.
Clearly you did right with that one.
Yeah. I'm pretty happy for him. He does just amazing work and everything. He's 6'4", so I look up to him now.
Jeez.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
That's what's up. Coach, unfortunately,
Yeah.
I won't be on too long, but since I was up, I was like, I might as well jump on.
Yeah, appreciate it. Trying to rally. I think Lucas will be on, Chris will be on a little bit later, and trying to juggle getting some of these new guys. I have one guy that just is non-responsive. I even called him. It's like, what the heck? He signed up. He's ready to go, and I haven't heard from him since he joined.
That's right.
But we can jump into your stuff, and then as they join in, then we can get to it. So tell me about the situation with top secret wherever you're going.
Yeah. Well, obviously you're the intelligent man, and you can
Email.
see what's happening on the news. So
Hold on.
like you said, I can't go into details. Or whatever.
Sorry, I didn't hear any of that. Apparently my headphones are still on. And my thing.
No worries. Can
My
you hear me now,
headphones.
folks?
Yeah, I can hear you now. My headphones grabbed it on. What's up, Lucas? Yeah, buddy.
Hey, what's up, Danny?
Thanks for showing up and chatting. We'll get you all fed right. You a long distance runner, you?
Yeah.
Danny's going on orders somewhere, not to the beach. So go ahead, then you can jump in.
Yeah. Yeah. As y'all know, you guys are smart individuals and stuff. Obviously, there's stuff going on in the world, right? What I can say is that it's very looking likely that I'll be heading out soon somewhere, which is a good thing in the sense that depending on where I go, that's money in the pocket. You know what I mean? It's a bad thing because I've been training for the last fucking 6 months, and then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, I'm looking at it like, right. But at the same time, it's not a loss because I look at
Right.
myself in the mirror and I'm like, God damn, you know. So
Yeah.
it's worth it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you needed to be in better shape regardless. That's for sure. It's like showing up to boot camp first day one, fat and out of shape. Not a good idea, right?
Correct.
So we're
Correct.
good. We're good.
N- Now my thinking is this is kind of like what you taught me, coach, is staying a little bit more focused. If I do get on these orders and I miss the marathon, it's all good because what I'll do then is I'll entirely focus on getting to my weight, the target weight.
Yeah.
And then from there I have the solid base. So then now I'm not so divided. And then from there, if a race comes up and I do a race, then I'll have ample time. It's not like I now know that I can do it, you know? I just especially if I'm not focusing on losing weight and stuff, I just maintain the weight and just focus on more cardio, it's gonna be easy peasy.
Yeah. Yeah, I really think so. I really think so. For sure.
And gentlemen, I wanted to say I apologize for not going last week. This
You're
week
fine.
was fucking psycho. Or this past week, I should say, I had a friend
Very
who's gone
challenging.
officially missing and such.
Oh, man.
And essentially, what I was going through the grieving process. So in my mind, I don't want to sound harsh or cold or whatever, but in my mind, he's dead. And until I hear otherwise, then I've
Mm.
accepted it. And
Right.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah. Pretty tough.
yeah, yep.
Pretty tough situation.
Mm.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, and last
So
week I wasn't in a right frame of mind, and frankly, I wasn't gonna come today. But one of my chaplains told me that one of my weaknesses is I'm very good at going hard.
yep.
I'm all in when I do activities and whatever. That's great. One of the things that I'm really bad at is going soft, and that balance is where I'm
It's a
missing.
weakness.
Yes, so that's the reason why I'm here. Frankly, speaking selfishly, is because I need human interaction. Putting myself in the super warrior mode and caving and not talking to nobody, and that doesn't help with the mind. So I am
Right.
selfishly here because I need to see your pretty faces.
We're happy to have you. That's for sure. So that's a challenging situation to have to deal with. You're right. Unfortunately, you're right to have that grieving process and assume the worst. At this point, usually when someone's missing for more than say 48 hours, it's usually not a good thing. They didn't just get lost or something, right? Or they didn't just leave town, and it's unfortunate, but it's ultimately the truth. And trying to figure that out and be able to how does it fit in the context of your day to day life is something important for you. One thing, maybe if you have time on a ruck or whatever, but episode 40, no, not 40, 73, 73, yes, episode 73 on Driven for Health. I had a guy talk about real men feel, Andy Grant. And I've been around this guy for a while. I was actually up on his podcast about April, so almost a year ago, that I had invited him onto my podcast. And I see him on TikTok and all the time. He's one of the first few people that I see on TikTok. So I always give him a like or a heart or whatever. But he talks about emotion in that and what men are or are not allowed. Even my post today this morning was started off with men are only allowed to feel anger, and that's what we've been
Mm,
taught or conditioned for. And there's a wide range of emotions, and we likened it in the podcast episode to a piano, and you have the keys range from low to super high. And I had asked him what's the tune or the key that you hear most guys play, and anger ends up being one of them. And but
Mm.
he says that the keys aren't even exposed. The wooden cover is over the keys, so you can't even play the range of human emotion. And you should be allowed to have that human emotion from super happy and joyful to feeling sad and crying. It's okay to cry, and that wide range of emotion in between, because if you only play one key, you're missing out on a lot of opportunity in life and how you can experience it for the better, even when things are sad and challenging and depressive and grief comes in.
Yeah, and the emotions are still there, so you're really just bottling them up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so it's almost even worse.
Yes. Yes. And then we have the society that tells us that, you're a pussy if you show
Yep.
anything except for anger,
Yep.
Well,
you know?
yeah.
Um, on top of that, compounding with that, all of a sudden we got the news that we're in a major conflict. And
Yep.
being in the military, it's obviously I am prepared to go. If I die, I die. So I'm not prepared, but I'm not in equipped. However, there's still emotions behind that.
Yeah.
I go
Heavy.
from everyday life to all of a sudden overnight we're at war. And
Yep.
the changes of that, and now I have to sit and think of the little things like, okay, let me check, make sure my legal stuff is ready, to make sure my
Yeah.
will is ready, my life
Bill.
insurance, and so on and so
Yep.
forth. On top of me
Communicate with your
grieving my
daughter.
friend, yeah, yeah. On top of me grieving my friend, I had to inform my daughters fairly recently. I told them, hey, it's a possibility that I'm going to war, and I had to tell them raw, obviously sympathetic as much as possible. And I got blessed because they understood. My younger one, my oldest, felt very very anxious, excuse me, because of the nature of the beast, which I understood. And I try to comfort her as much as possible. The ex was telling me that she was crying a lot that day that I told her, and it's understandable. But at the same time, I can say this: I look great right now.
You have toned up quite a bit. That's for sure.
Um, but
Yep.
yeah, that's my world. I don't wanna hijack the meeting or anything, but
No,
I'll be here until 9:30.
yeah, it's fine. That's important to share for sure. So, well, Lucas, what's gone well for you?
We've had some nicer weather in Northeast
Yeah,
Ohio, as
buddy.
you've noticed.
Uh-huh.
Um, and so I just caught the running bug again. It's back, and Saturday I went to the run club. So I did that and did 8 miles. It's kind of rainy that day, but so I did 8, and then Sunday was the day. It was just Sunday and Monday. It was like mid 60s. I don't know if you remember, Monday was like beautiful. And what did I do? I did 10 on Monday. Sunday I did I think I just did 5 on Sunday. So gotten back into the running. That's been going well. Been way more locked in on the diet, and just eating, the right stuff and not doing any cheat days or anything. Um, so weight's gone down over the past week, 3 pounds,
There we go.
which is good, and want to
Ooh,
keep
good
that
job.
keep that trend going. So
Yeah.
um,
Let's do it.
was a
That's
little
what
little
Lucas does. Got 3 pounds.
yeah. So was a little stagnant there for a little bit, and so I think I, I feel really locked in right now, and just want to keep the running up and just keep doing it every day. It's just the basics, really. Just
Yeah.
hit those steps and
Yep.
be mindful of what you're putting in your body.
Danny knows where I'm going with this. The more that you move your body, there should be a direct relationship to how much you're foam rolling and stretching so that you can keep running all the time.
Facts. That's
I'm
that
mad
he's
about that.
preaching the truth, preaching gospel.
Yes. So do not, do not shy away from that, my man. Do not. You will pay
That's the
the
one
price.
I'm bad about that. I'm bad about the stretching and the foam rolling.
You will pay the price, not now, but in a couple months when you have aches and pains and you want to go run, you can't because things are sore, tight, stiff, achy, hurt, injured.
Well, I will say I've been getting more cramps lately. Um, so maybe that's one of the reasons why I was in a big meeting with my boss and I got a cramp in my back in the middle of the meeting and like I couldn't scream or no, it was like the worst. So I'm literally and this was so this was like a more formal meeting and I'm like
Oh
I'm
my
trying
god.
not to no, it was horrible. And I'm just like
That's amazing.
and my buddy next to me, he was looking at me, he's like, "Are you okay? Like, are you dying there?" And I'm like, "I think I might be dying." Yeah.
I'm 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 in bad shape, man, right now.
Yeah.
Uh, funny. Yeah, a couple things. One, you lost 3 pounds. You're in a calorie deficit, and you might not be as carved up, and therefore your muscles are screaming at you. And the second question, what was the long run day? How far did you go?
So I did just over 3 days. So Saturday was, uh, 10 total. So I did 8 with the group, and then I did a little more from my apartment because I remember I tracked the
Yeah,
rest. So it was 10
yeah.
total, and then 5 Sunday, and then I did 10 on Monday too.
Okay. And did you hit 1,800 calories each of those days, or did you do more on Saturday?
So I did a big day on Friday,
Okay.
and then
Big
I
day
had
is in
normal
about how
as
much?
in I actually did not track dinner, but I had a really big dinner because I knew I'd be running the next day, so
Yeah, okay. Fair.
I did, like, pasta, chicken, um, what else did I do? Did some rolls, and then yeah, so I had a big carb dinner, some rice too. So it's probably, like, 3,500 calories, I would say, that I did on, Friday total.
Yeah,
But my
that's good.
rationale was like, I'm gonna have a normal Saturday, a normal Sunday, and a normal Monday. And so,
Yeah.
but was which was a little weird because my cravings got really um intense on Sunday at least. But I guess mentally I was thinking, okay, I had a big day on Friday, so it's like water
And
has
you took it some off of the Friday to Saturday. So there
yeah.
you don't necessarily need that many more calories the day before to carb load or calorie load. I like a 2-day big feed before you do it 2 days before, and then a normal day, and then whatever higher on the day that you do the long stuff. But did you, the other question is, did you fuel during the effort?
Yeah, I have
You,
these I bought these I actually have one right here, so let me show you. I bought and actually you might be mad at me because they're like the expensive stuff you say not to buy.
we went on a 2.5 hour bike ride. I put a
But
1,000 calories in me in the morning, and then we were on the trail by 12:30. And we had honey out of the honey bear, legit the honey bear thing, and then we had the gummy bears. That
have you
was it.
seen this before? So this is so the brand's called
Uh,
Roan and it's supercharged honey. It's like these little packets. Let's see,
yeah.
like these, and it's honey, but it's like um has a bunch of different like vitamins and it's like pink salt. It has 100 milligrams of caffeine, so that's why it's called supercharged. And honestly, I saw it on Instagram and it was an impulse buy.
It's
It was-
better be on sale. These must be the price to be able to discount it a bunch. 15 up. I already got the 15% off.
Yeah, but I think I paid like 30 with shipping and handling.
Yeah. So
I think there was
20
like
of them.
some promotion.
Yeah. Just an FYI, you can get 100 milligram tablets of caffeine on Amazon for 6 cents a piece. All right.
What form is it? So
It's
it's
a
like
pill.
Pill.
Yeah, take a caffeine pill
I'll look that up. Okay.
on 100 milligram. The last time I saw them, they were 6 cents. This is pre tariffs and inflation, but I've got caffeine powder over there, but I never use it. That stuff will kill you if you OD on it.
Is it Nutricost caffeine?
Yeah, something like that. And they'll say something like 6 cents per pill or whatever.
So
But
maybe
just
I could
saying,
just
and you get so those are 20 pack roughly, right? So it looks like they're all 20.
I could save some money if I just got the caffeine pills and just regular honey.
Yeah.
These
Lucas,
taste
did
really
you
good.
did you meet your the challenge? I think 2 weeks ago the challenge was that you weren't supposed to do any protein powders. I think that what it was.
Oh, that was Clay. I don't know if that was Clay. I don't know if
Oh,
Yeah.
Lucas did or not.
Oh, I don't think that was my I
Yeah,
don't think that
that
was
was
me.
Clay. He did
I
though.
do a
Clay did do
yeah.
it. So
oh,
I
good.
do a protein powder though. I do the bone broth protein powder though. That's the one I do.
Versus the whey protein.
Yeah.
Do you feel a difference?
I
probably not.
Here, let me show.
so this is what
All
I
right. As you're looking at that, you probably can't see it, but here's the honey bear. It's $5. That's an average cost. There's 16 servings of 60 calories at 17 carbs or sugars there for $5. And then you get your, so that is at least 16 servings that you can use. And then you
this
have
is
your
the
pill. Yeah. There's probably no difference in taste. It's just a different variety of protein powder for you to have. Whey, bone broth. There's casein is a whey's sister in a sense, an easy way to think about it. There's isolate, which is just protein itself. You have your vegan, vegetarian, plant-based kind, rice, hemp.
there's a lot of options.
Yeah, there's a lot
Yeah,
of options. Collagen.
I've tried them all. Honestly, I would sit there reading, and at the end of the day, I just go to the old faithful. I just stick to the whey
Yeah.
protein.
Yeah, that's what I do. It doesn't ultimately doesn't matter, and you should only have so much of it anyways. The one brand that I had, just the bone broth, did not taste good. I'm not gonna lie, just did not taste good. I'm like, yeah, I'm going with the whey. I'm good.
Yeah, I think I've like gotten used to it at this point, maybe. But I think like when I first and I actually started doing the bone broth when I started the 100-day challenge. That's when I it was kind of
Oh,
around
good.
that time that someone
It's fine.
like introduced me to it. And I
Yeah.
think when I first tried it, I thought it tasted weird, and maybe I'm just like used to it now.
Yeah,
So
probably.
fruit and
Yep.
stuff. So
Mhm. So there you go. Just to go back on that stuff. Certainly use that up. You can continue to buy it. It's just overpriced. You're paying a
yeah,
premium for how many calories are in that pack?
the 5, I think.
75. Yeah. One serving of the honey was 60. So 16 servings in the container.
Yeah,
You
it's a
just
premium.
yeah, you're paying a premium for that. I mean, you can literally just start your day off with coffee and have some oatmeal with honey on it, and you'll be fine. As you go longer, you need to have fuel throughout, and you can carry stuff in your pocket. That's what we did on the bike. I just had it in my back pocket. We ate the whole bag between he and I. We went
Yeah.
out 13 to 14 mile an average. I came back 16 mile an hour average. I biked an extra 4 miles more than he did. He was on a tank of a bike, though. I do have to say that his bike was much heavier than mine. So he had he had a lot of work to do with that thing. So we did mountain bikes, but
is peanut butter and jellies and Skittles.
Yep. Yeah, those are things we talked about.
Peanut
Especially for
butter
those long
jelly.
runs.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, those are
peanut butter and
great.
jelly. So I have it calculated that if I take one peanut butter and jellies sandwich and I divide it in four, if I have and I have three of those plus two bags of uh,
Skittles.
Skittles, that'll last me my entire race
Mhm.
because I eat every 45 minutes.
Yep. Deal.
Yeah, and
Deal.
that'll do me my whole race.
The other thing I started doing eat literally in the last 2, 3 days, like, I swear I woke up 4 times peeing the other day. It's like, this is insane. I'm drinking a lot of water, but this is a bit much. Do I have diabetes or something? Like, what's going on here? Uh, but I one of the suggestions I found was to salt my water because I generally have a pretty low sodium diet, and my body just might not be holding any of the liquid that I'm doing, so I drink it, and it just basically washes through me, and I've actually started salting my morning water with a quarter of a teaspoon of salt to help hopefully slow down the water consumption and ultimately the overnight peeing because it's annoying at the very least.
Yeah. So you're
I
just
can judge
always
what time
thirsty?
of night it is based on what the where the moon's at or how much light is around. It's so bad. What was that?
I said, "So you're just always thirsty? Is that why you're"
No, I just drink. I've drinking I've almost drank this whole cup since we got on in the last 30 minutes. I just keep drinking. One, it keeps me full, and then I'm definitely hydrated, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe I do have
that's definitely
diabetes.
that's definitely something I've done more, like, with the 100 days and with just, being in a calorie deficit in general, is I find I'm drinking a lot more water to stay full.
Yeah,
I'm like so that, it kind of helps me numb the cravings sometimes, but
right. Yep. Yep.
I gotta kick rocks, fellas.
Yep, dude. Hey, anything we can help with here for you?
Um, yeah, just keep me in your thoughts and prayers. You know, lots of scary times.
yeah.
However, it is as crazy as it sounds. It's also very fun and exciting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the alpha in you's talking, right?
Absolutely. And then at the same time, I'm thinking like this: like if I go into a war zone, that's VA rating goes up. You know, if I get shot and don't die, come on now, heck yeah, more money in my pocket.
Mindset, yeah.
Yeah, that's one way to think about it. Thank you for your service, Danny. That's what I can
Yeah,
say.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you,
So
thank
I
you.
can sit here and
Indeed.
talk about food to people.
Yes, indeed, thank you.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you, gentlemen. Well, we'll
All
we'll
right.
we'll we'll
Be
talk to
well,
you later.
be well,
Yep,
sleep well.
please do.
Yes, sir. All right, be easy.
Later.
Oh,
Excellent. You got
man.
me. Chris might be coming on. I keep having a hard time getting some of these guys on. I had one guy start the program. We had a first call, and I haven't talked to him since. I've called him. I text him. I personally text messaged him. I don't know where he went. So-
Well, it's fun. Well, to answer your question, yeah, so mine are duplicating, like,
okay.
'cause I saw
All
you
right.
send me that before the call,
Yeah.
um,
I went and
and,
looked.
yeah,
I'm
I
like,
did
this
notice that.
doesn't seem right. So I'll go remedy that. Thought I had it all set up. Apparently not.
And so the other thing I noticed is on, uh, Mondays, I'll get a text from you, and it'll say, "We're gonna start roundtable in the next
Yeah, I
few."
saw
Yeah,
that.
that'll
I
come out too.
mentioned that. I was like, this is off place. So I gotta do that. So I will spend more time redoing work that I already
Yeah.
did.
Your favorite thing, right?
Yes, I have so much of it. I'm you're a financial guy. I'm doing tax, QuickBooks,
Yeah, it's
tax
that time, yeah.
categorization right now. It's just started today. It's painful. It's not hard. It's just there's hundreds of
Yeah.
categorizations that I have to do on my phone. It's gonna take it's gonna take a couple. I need to do it before I leave for my trip. We're going to Peru on the
Oh,
23rd, so pretty cool. Pretty excited about that. Machu
oh wow,
Picchu. Piranhas are gonna fish in the piranha, 4 piranhas in the Amazon, which is gonna be awesome.
that's perfect.
Uh, yeah, yep.
Oh man,
And so I need to get it done by then, so that when I come back, there's minimal amount of tax stuff, and I can just be done when it's normal time to be done. Last year I was on extension, so trying to be responsible. I don't want to be. I don't want to do any of it. To be honest, I only started doing taxes 2 years ago. I'd never done taxes in my life before I was 41.
oh you mean
Uh,
like filing
yeah,
yourself?
literally. I never did a single thing with them, and they just got done. My wife did it. Her mom did it. My grandma paid someone to do it. Going back, and my wife's like, "I'm not doing it anymore." I'm like, "All right."
I don't think anyone enjoys doing it. If they do, they
No,
have
no,
issues.
just
Have issues.
just CPAs and accountants.
That's my aunt. Yeah, she's a CPA, and it's super busy for her around this time of year, and she loves it. And I'm like,
Yeah,
you're. I'm
you're
worried. I'm worried
yeah.
about you.
Oh. All right, so we're back on track. Now, cravings, are the cravings a one, it's a calorie deficit. If you lost 3 pounds, then yeah. Number two, you probably could have done a better job instead of heavy loading Friday night, just had an extra 500 calories at dinner. So, say 2,500 calories, maybe, or 2,300 calories for the day, and then had more calories on Saturday, like 25, 2,800 calories. And then Sunday, you wouldn't have been so hungry or
Yeah.
craving like at that point. So that would be a good time, a good thing for you. So,
So my cravings have really been every day, really, and they're kind of hitting uh, midday. Well, I shouldn't say midday. It's usually around like 4 o'clock. I just get these insane, just like I just get very hungry.
yeah.
Um, and I'm trying to think because I have a full breakfast. I do a full lunch. I do 3 meals, and I do a snack too. So
You
this and
are
I,
eating, you have enough
yeah,
food in you by that point. Okay.
yeah,
Is it
which is
something
kind
as
of
simple as getting like a hard candy or something, or an Altoid mint or something like that to get that itch, to scratch the itch or something, or
well, my
what?
kind of what I do, and this isn't the best habit, but to me what helps is coffee.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I mean, I coffee myself twice a day for
yeah,
sure.
so I've tried to cut down on that a little bit more. So I'll do like 1 cup after lunchtime instead of 1 in the morning. But like for breakfast, I'm doing like I would say a pretty high protein breakfast. I do the same thing every day. I'll do 1 egg mixed with I buy the egg white beaters, and I'll do half a cup of those. So I'll
Yeah,
mix
how
that
much
together. Let's see. Let me look.
you're getting protein, all your protein in by the end of the day anyways.
Yeah, protein's not a problem. The thing I'm focused on is how can I look at just breakfast in a Chronometer?
And then,
It's what I still don't
you
know
would
how to,
just go,
or just the macros for breakfast alone.
I don't know, go to tomorrow, plug it in. There you go. That's how you do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So
go tomorrow, plug it in, and you'll be good.
so what I do, egg whites, sorry, 1 egg. I'll mix that with full egg white beaters. And then I'll do either turkey sausage or turkey bacon. So I get 32 grams of protein from breakfast
Okay.
alone.
That
So
that's not bad. You could do more egg whites or another protein source there to get a little bit more, or you just try and get more in at another meal.
Yeah, so what I do, yeah, so that's half egg beaters, 1 egg, and then turkey sausage, so 32 grams, 2.5 grams of carbs. So, like, no carbs, and I'm wondering if that's, like, part of why I have,
Maybe what?
like, the cravings hit because I do such a low-carb breakfast.
Yeah, I guess how many carbs are at lunch?
Yeah, that's well, so what I do, the way I've thought about it is because I work out in the afternoons, I try to do a higher carb, dinner
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you have more
because I'm working
carbs.
at yeah,
Good.
so, like, today's, lunch, I had, half a cup of rice, I had 6 grams of chicken breast, and I had, half a cup of pinto beans.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, rice and pinto beans. And maybe you do a cup of beans with half cup of rice because you'll get more protein and fiber that way too.
yeah, so my day, I finished with 131 grams of carbs, so that's not enough, and 160 grams of protein. So, yeah, that's the one thing I've been and I'm wondering if it's because I always think of, like, eat more carbs whenever you're working out, and so
Yes.
when I'm sitting
Yeah.
at my desk, I don't wanna have, like, 2 cups of rice and pasta and, like,
No. No, you're right
t
to think that
tortilla.
way. Yeah, you're
Um,
right to think that way.
but also my cravings get pretty bad around, like, 4 o'clock. I get really
How
grumpy and
much
my cravings
are you scheduling for carbs afterwards?
after working out.
Yeah.
So, normally what I do is I'll work out and then I'll eat dinner after I work out.
Yeah, how many carbs run it usually come at that meal?
So, let's see what, my dinners look like. I've been doing the same stuff. So I did gnocchi, which was, I think it's 22 grams, and then
That's not
that,
bad.
I had 45 grams of carbs for dinner, um, and then for a day, that was 150,
Okay.
so roughly a third.
Yeah, this, going on a normal day that you're feeling that?
Yeah, just a normal and part of that's normal. I try not to have a massive lunch, like, if I did have a big lunch, I wouldn't feel as many cravings, but also, like, I don't wanna do that because I don't wanna have a smaller dinner if I'm gonna be working out and then have insane cravings when I'm going to bed. So,
Yeah.
it's just kind of a balance, but I'm wondering if I need to maybe add some more carbs to breakfast, if that would help throughout the day.
Yeah, I think so. Just spread it out a little bit more.
Yeah, sounds like probably the next thing to try.
Right. I think that would be it. Then, th again, just going back, you are in a calorie deficit, so you have to pay attention to that.
Yeah.
And that's just gonna be a fact of being hungry, and maybe you have a planned carb at that time as well.
Yeah, but
Piece of fruit, as an example.
I was gonna say, but, like, the one thing I noticed is when I was cutting in the 100 days, I I didn't I don't really remember having the cravings that I'm having now.
You
So
were
that's
you
what's kinda
running? Were you running or going at the same level of intensity that
well,
you are now then?
I was running more then.
Okay, so you're
Um,
running more, but you're having more cravings now.
yeah, so I don't really know what that's
Ah,
been kind of and here's the other side. I think I texted you or messaged you about, like, I've started a medication. And so I think that might have some contributing things to it.
yep,
So that's like when I said earlier that I, like drinking less caffeine because, like, that was one of the things that I, talked through with, Like my doctor too, is he was like, if you have way too much caffeine, it could interact like not in a great way. So it's like caffeine, alcohol, like really try to limit
Yeah.
those. And I haven't really been drinking at all.
Have you had a positive
But
impact on medication?
it's been positive. It's been what's what's interesting is like I don't notice a dramatic improvement necessarily, but nothing's gotten worse. So
Yeah,
it's
okay.
gotten like I feel like it's like a step better.
Yeah, okay. Alright.
So I just
And
the way I would
for
say is like it's helped me
anxiety,
feel well both. I think that's the one thing I would say is I think it's helped. I feel like more stable. I feel like I have a little bit more of a stable, stability going on. So
yeah,
hey,
yeah. Hello, hello. Good evening. Good evening. Thanks for joining in. So yeah, Lucas, we'll wrap up this here real quick. With the changing in the weather, then will that change some of the say the need for the medication in the first place?
yeah, I kind of felt like it wasn't really the weather. I felt like it was a little bit more of a like
Oh,
a change I needed to make. The weather definitely makes things worse.
yeah,
It's so rough, but I'm hoping so. I have noticed in the past that it does, change when we get around to May and, you're outside more and the world's kinda, you know, turning a little bit
yeah.
more.
There's flowers outside. You're like, hey, this
Yes.
is so
People are people are happier and everybody's
you're
wanting to
nice.
get out and do stuff, yeah.
Yep, yep.
So
Okay.
I think so, yeah.
It's definitely a potential for correlation. I've had a number of people in the past who have come to me because they've gained weight because of the medication that they were put on to solve that type of problem. It's like, oh, great. Now you don't like the way you look, which is even more depressing and rough for you. So,
Yeah, exactly. Well, I wonder if it, like, increases your cravings, and so
yeah,
that's why people gain
maybe.
weight. So I
Yeah,
think that's what I'm seeing a little bit is I'm fighting that side effect and
right.
doing the best I can.
And if you have to do an extra 100 or 200 calories to manage that and still get through, then we're good.
Yeah, I agree.
Then we're good. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'd be okay with that. And if you lost 2 pounds instead of three, then we're okay. Net neutral for that.
Yeah,
I'll even pound. So
that's why it's been a little slower, I think, but we'll see. I'm a little newer to it, so, um, keep monitoring it.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, keep me posted. That does seem like the culprit there
Yep,
for sure. For sure.
probably,
So
yeah.
Lucas, I don't know if you met Chris. Chris lives near you, like a stone's throw away from you, closer than I
Oh,
live to
nice.
you.
What's up, Chris?
Hey guys, how are you? Can you hear me?
You
Yeah,
bird. Welcome.
Awesome. Lucas, where
Yep.
are you at?
Where? Yeah.
I'm in, Willoughby.
Okay. I'm up in North Royalton.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's not far at all.
So
Very close.
yeah,
Very close.
I'm pretty new into this as well.
Yep. Lucas has he's he went through the 100 days with me, and then he's doing the next portion of the journey with me. So we're gonna get
Oh,
together on a
nice.
marathon. Yeah.
Yep,
He went from 30
that's the
pounds
goal.
overweight. He lost 30 pounds to, hey, I might want to run a marathon this year. Like, let's go, man. Let's go.
Feel like
Columbus with the prize there.
feel like Forrest Gump, it's like, I just kept running.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. I just kept running and started to love it, and it's like, why not put a goal around it, you know?
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. Lucas, share your win. How much weight you lost this week?
Yeah, this week, down 3 pounds, and I really attribute that to just better weather and getting outside. And because I'm sure you know, Chris, it's been a long, rough winter, and the treadmilling's not as fun. And so weather got nice, and I went to my run club and got good number of miles in this week and shed a few pounds. So
Yep, yep. He's from Knoxville area, so it's a little more lukewarm down there,
yeah,
not so cold.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
he
a
just moved up here in the last year or 2,
yep,
so this first
Tennessee native.
Cleveland winter. Oh, I was born and raised here, so I haven't gone too far from where I grew up.
You're used to it.
Traveled a lot, but not moved yet. So, Chris, what wins do we have for you?
Yeah, I've been tracking my meals pretty religiously throughout
Yes.
like throughout the week, which has been really, really helpful. Um, I can, I'm under the target calorie threshold that we're looking for, and then I'm
Yep.
starting to get my macros dialed in. Um,
Yep.
need to get more fiber, need to embrace the vegetable piece, which,
Yep.
is something that doesn't come easy to me. There's things I like, but then there's a lot of stuff I don't like. Um,
Mhm.
so I'm gonna figure out if there's a juicing strategy. But what I'm trying to do is, keep it to 2 to 3 big rocks a week and not
Yep.
try to, solve every single problem or, chase every pursuit at this stage. I just want to build some, fundamentals and foundations. Um, hit my water targets every day since I've been doing this, but was a pretty
Yep.
big water drinker before. Uh,
Mm.
I found that I'm getting above you know, the the REM sleep, 20 to 22%. I'm averaging about 25%, which is
Yeah. It's
really
your
good.
ring, right?
So
Your new ring.
yeah, it's been helpful. Um,
It's great.
so I know that my recovery sleep has been quality. So uh, I feel rested. The I guess just the habit forming is really what I want to focus on just over the next
Yep.
several weeks.
Yep. Lucas lost 30 pounds. What were some of the very main things that we did? The big rocks that we focus on for you.
Yeah, it really is. So the two things I would say is keep it simple and keep it fun too. For me, that was the main thing is just get the 10,000 steps each day. Obviously, I got into running, so that helped me a lot, and I had a lot of fun with that. Stay under the calories, and I just really got focused on the macros too. For me, it was almost kind of a fun thing.
Yeah, we
I
got you
work
cooking some other things, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I work in finance, so I like numbers, I like data. So for me, like using the Chronometer app, like I picked that up pretty quick, and it became natural. Um, and yeah, I found some recipes and started cooking for the first time and not doing DoorDash. And
Yes.
because I learned real quick, I'm like, if I just eat bland stuff that's healthy, like I'm gonna end up hating this. And so, I
Ye
found tasty recipes that, were healthy, and so that helped, keep things interesting too.
Yep, yep. So it was walking your 10,000 steps,
Yeah.
1,800 calories or less. Those are the main things we focused on, and you lost 30 pounds in 100 days.
Yeah, if I
So,
just
Chris,
do
it's
those.
super simple. As soon as we figure it out, what those main pieces are for you, that formula, I move this much, I eat this much, this is what my body does, and we will figure it out. It takes usually about 2 to 3 weeks to get into the flow and the hang of stuff. So there's always the upswing of trying to figure out what's this, what's that. Here's these things, here's those things, and such. So, but you're doing the things that you're supposed to do. Just report into me every night, like what happened, and that's it. That's mainly the main piece of why people are successful in this, right? You saw it, Lucas, with Andy and Mike. They were wildly successful because they showed up and stayed
Yeah.
accountable. And
Yeah.
so it's pretty cool.
Yep. I would agree.
Uh, One thing real quick, when we juice, Chris, right? We put the thing on the juicer, right? And then what 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 are you consuming out of all that?
Yeah, the thing that I want to do is I know that there's a lot of vegetables that I hate
Mm.
that have a ton of benefit, like beets are one of them, right? And so I want to figure out how do I, you know, blend a juice together of the vegetables that I don't like that have a ton of benefit that I can just knock it down and move on with my day.
Yeah.
So it's more of like the V8 concept without all the sodium.
Yeah. Lucas, what do you think? Does that sound fun or not fun?
I mean, whatever makes it easier to eat vegetables. I mean, I'm not a huge vegetable fan either,
But
and
no, does the
fruits is.
whole this how he explained it sound fun or not fun?
I mean, I heard beets, and I think beets are gross. I kind of tuned out.
I haven't had beets
I was
since
like, I was like,
I
that's
was
not for
like
me.
the can it was like the that's cranberry sauce. Like I swear beets the last time I had it was like 10 years ago at Thanksgiving. It's
Yeah.
just
I mean, in Ohio too, we get a lot of, folks from Eastern Europe that have that borscht, that beet soup, that cold beet
yeah.
soup. There's people that love that stuff. And,
Yeah.
but part of it is this is I don't want to use it necessarily as a meal, but it's more of like, okay, if I can juice this stuff and make,
Yeah.
you know, 3 to 4 servings a week, knowing that this is going to benefit me and I can get the necessary fiber and some other stuff on top of it. That's really kind of what I want to do is just check the box, put it in my body, and kind of move
Wow.
on with the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still doesn't sound fun to me. Lucas is one of his tenants that he said was make it fun. So let's go in another layer deeper. So what are you consuming of the stuff? Like you're juicing and drinking the juice? Is that what you're doing?
Was that a question for me?
Yeah, that's for you.
Yeah. So it's the intent to explore this area, right? To, figure out number one, get all the data squared away, right? Like what are the calories?
No, no, no.
What are the
Just literally,
macros?
we're just talking about, and we're not talking about macros. I'm just literally asking about juicing. So you juice the
Okay.
thing. What do you do? Would you just drink it?
You drink it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Knock
Okay.
it
So
down.
just real quick, where's the fiber at? Because you said you weren't getting fiber in. Where does the fiber go? It goes
Well,
in the
that's what I want to do
container,
is
not
go ahead.
not in your body, but it goes in the container and you're drinking the liquid. So it ends up being potentially, depending on what you do, ends up being sugary and calorie heavy in a sense. So you throw an apple in there, like drinking apple juice, not necessarily what we want. We want to eat the food, not drink it in a sense,
Okay.
because the beet as a whole is going to give you the fiber that you're looking for. Plus, a beet in terms of calories is very little. So, if we were to get you to eat beets, you could eat a lot of beets for not a lot of calories, but you could drink a lot of beet juice that could be multiple times more calories than just eating the beet. And it would be less filling for you longer term throughout the day as well. So drinking juice, like an apple juice, you can get 200 calories real quick, but one apple is 100 calories, and it would hold you over in a
Fiber,
sense. So what I'm saying is, juicing is a bad idea. And
What I was
so
no,
that's what
what I
I'm
was
gonna.
thinking though is just taking the raw vegetable and liquefying it in its actual state, right? And then
You could
instead of having to
blend
eat
it.
it, I could just yeah, that's what I'm saying is
You
blend
can,
it
yeah,
into a
you can
juice.
blend it. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Not
Okay.
replace it with the sugary
A
variety derivative
juicing.
of it.
Well, yeah, no, no, no. But the act of juicing is you put it on that thing and it squeezes the juice out into the cup. And the act of blending is you throw it into the blender
yeah.
and
Yeah,
blend
I
it
meant
up.
more blending. That's more of what I
Okay.
want to do is
All
blend
right.
it and
Here we go.
consume those
Yes.
calories that way.
Yeah. I would not do that.
Yeah,
I personally would just get a greens mix if that's what you're going for.
yeah,
Because you could
something
take
to
a
that
scoop,
effect.
you could throw it in your mouth, chug water, and you're done. Whereas you got beet
Okay.
juice, you got a lot to drink.
Yeah, I
Or if
just
you
didn't know that,
blend it,
like,
it alters
yeah,
the flavor, and you got a lot to drink. It's not a
yeah, and
good experience.
that's kinda what I wanna do is just research other methods of getting at plant-based, fiber and
Well,
everything else, so
what
that's really kinda what I'm
what
thinking about.
I got more things for you that I can send over if you want more information.
Oh, yeah, I
Let's
know
talk
you
about
do.
that real quick. Yeah, yeah. Let's talk about that real quick. So I do have a lot of stuff. I've been doing this for a very long time. These are very common things. Fiber. I have a fiber worksheet that has 50 fibrous foods. I have a super shake sheet that tells you how to make the blended vegetables into your smoothie that make them taste better. And we have to
Nice.
figure out which ones are better for you or more enjoyable for you rather than throwing beets in. I would not do that. I would never tell anyone to do that because it's not going to last. And the general undertone of anything that we do is what we do in 2 weeks, we do in 2 months, we do in 2 years. We want to create sustainable habits. So if something isn't fun and enjoyable, why are you doing it? Why are you trying to hack it and throw it back 3 times a week or something? It doesn't make sense. I got one guy that I was working with recently, and he's eating ice cream every night. He is so happy. He's losing weight, and his diabetes is getting better, and he's having ice cream every night. Is it Ben and Jerry's? No, but he's making his own Ninja Creamy ice cream, and it's a little more protein heavy and a little bit more balanced. And he is happy as a clam. And he's like, I'm losing weight. I'm eating ice cream. I'm playing the macro game. I can fit whatever I want in.
Yeah.
He was actually on a trip, and he's like, I can go out and eat whatever I want. I understand the rules of the game, and
It's a
that
budget. It's
is
a budget.
yeah, that's the type of experience that we need to have, not, "Well, I signed up for this program and I started blending beets and just throwing it back to lose weight." Like,
Yeah. And
that's
I'm
not it.
miserable.
Yeah, you need to be my walking billboard like Zach. So
I hear what you guys are saying. I hear
good.
what you're saying. I'm
Yeah.
just saying that I wanna try getting more fiber in, and I gotta figure
Yes,
that out,
yes.
and
So
so
we need to
I don't need.
find first, what do you like that's fibrous?
Yes.
That has a
Yeah.
lot of fiber in it. Let's start
Yeah,
there
that
because it might not be
yeah,
so hard. You're like, "No, I could totally do that." For me, for
yeah,
example, I throw in ground flaxseed or chia seed into yogurts or smoothies or cereals or muffins or pancakes or waffles, or I can put in a lot of different things. Yogurts, I think I said cottage cheeses, but I can put that in there and that will bump up my fiber intake and my healthy fat intake while I don't taste it. So it's a huge win. Now the chia seeds will get stuck in my teeth occasionally. I have to like
Yeah.
fish them out with my fingernail or something.
Yeah.
But other than that, like it's fine. I don't. It doesn't matter to me. And but that's a way that I get healthy fat and fiber. I can get 3, 4, 5 grams of fiber in my day from doing that. And that's what we want to do. That would be a really good hack to do to sneak into some of your
sure.
combinations or even your smoothies because it will do that. So,
Yeah, that
do you
makes
want me to
sense.
send over those 2 resources? I'll message them if
Yeah,
you want.
please,
Alright.
please, and, I'm gonna disconnect and rejoin. I just pulled in my
Oh,
garage.
yeah, cool. Cool, cool.
Alright, see you
See
guys
you in
in
a
a
bit.
minute.
Yeah. Chia seeds
Funny,
are
huh?
great.
Too
I know.
funny, right? He's like,
He
"I'm
was
just
saying that, and
gonna
I'm like, oh,
just gonna do beats." Like, "Dude, this isn't it, man. Please don't. Please don't." He talked about
beets
how I
are
send a lot of information. He's new. He's brand new. I was like, "Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of things from me, man. You'll
he'll
figure it
learn.
out here in a couple
He'll learn.
weeks. It's not hard. It's just
I've
finding
learned.
it." And even
Wh-
you can hear in his voice, he wants to go, right? He wants to go. He's
Yeah.
ready and excited, and it just doesn't always
Yeah.
happen that way, and it takes time to figure it out, but
Yeah.
being on the flip
Yeah.
side of it now.
No, yeah. You got to readjust some of your,
Cruise, baby. We need to find that cruise. Uh,
yeah. Well, what's funny now is like I don't know why, but I'm just like more focused on the fiber than anything else. Like I'm more focused on getting that goal
yeah.
every
Well,
day.
it's
Like if
filling.
I'm lower on protein, I'm kind of like, oh, okay, that's okay. Cause I know I got good protein source, but I'm like,
Right.
for some reason I'm focused on the fiber. I'm like, I
which is
gotta get
good.
that every day because I
We
think
gotta blow
that's
his
just
mind with Andy, how he never ate vegetables and he lost 38 pounds.
oh my gosh. Well, yeah, I think for me because it's like the one thing I enjoy the least, and so that's why I guess I focus on it a little more because I have to actively try to, you know,
Yes.
make sure I'm
Yeah,
eating
everyone
my
does.
broccoli and yeah.
Where's the protein? Where's the fiber? Those are the first 2 questions you have to ask yourself when it comes to putting meals together because you will not do that inherently. You're going to think, "What tastes good? I'm gonna
Yep.
put this in my mouth, and I don't really care how much calories it is or the cost that it's gonna have for me to go burn these calories off or something." You just don't think that way. So, as soon as we start thinking that, we're like, "Oh, this isn't ideal way to do
Yeah.
this anymore." Yeah,
So
too
the
funny.
carbs are no issue. I have no issue with the getting the
Yeah.
carbs or the fats for me. And that was I don't know if you remember, like when I first started, it was like I'm over my fats every single day,
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah.
every day,
Trying to figure it
the
out.
that was a big eye opener because it's like I eat a
Yeah,
lot of cheese, and it's like I eat
yeah,
a lot of, and so now I am more aware of all that, and I'm like,
yeah,
there's fat in that. Damn, like I didn't know there
yeah.
was fat in like that. And so yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still that one I'm still on every single day, but it's, more reasonable.
Yep. Yeah, totally. Totally, totally. Oh, so good, so good. So, while he's getting out of his car, he had a meeting and stuff, but he didn't go in his house, jump back on, but, yeah, see, you've been on the meds for, like, what, a month or something too? Something like that? So, you just
It's
gotta
been
evaluate what.
almost a month, yep.
Yeah, so you still have to give it some uptake to work in a sense and a time frame to get it to work and interact. But then if it's like a step higher than where you were, then is it really worth even taking the meds in the first place? And can we find an alternative way
Mhm.
to manage and cope with whatever the things are? Because you've got work stress, you're single, you moved,
Yeah.
you you're juggling a lot of different things in your life, and those stressors can compound to then make you feel this way. Yeah, I feel the
Mhm.
way I do right now because I'm working like 1,000%, and I feel like I'm getting, yeah, I'm doing all the things, man. I haven't lost any weight yet, Lucas.
Yeah.
I'm moving 20,000 steps a day. I'm eating 1,000 calories. I'm drinking 2 gallons of water. Those are I'm sleeping 15 hours a day and I'm still not losing weight. What's going on, man? And that's what I feel like in my actions and like the
Yeah.
business and stuff, and then I'm not getting the outcome, right? I'm not losing weight or I'm not getting the things that I need out of all the extra. I mean, I'm literally am posting tomorrow's my 90th podcast episode since September, man. It's every other day I've been posting them. It's how fast I've been putting them out. And they cost
Good.
2 to 3 hours a piece in terms of total time. I think I
Yeah.
calculated it up the other day. It was almost, it's about 4,000 minutes of me talking to my computer in the last 5 months. It's a lot. It's a lot of time,
It's a
6
lot.
months. So, yeah. It's like, so what's the deal, man? Why didn't I lose any weight? Right?
Yeah.
I have to find other ways to manage those
Yeah.
inputs, and,
Yeah.
what I have is my inputs of doing this thing, and it's gonna take more than 100 episodes to crack the nut in a sense. It's gonna
Yeah.
take more than 5,000 streams of the podcast to produce the outcome that I'm looking for. So I
Yeah.
have to keep figuring out better approach on around how to do it and keep tweaking and adjusting so I get to the outcome what it is. But it is costing me a lot more than
Mhm.
it looks like on the outside. There's mental stress, there's strain in relationships, there's a lot going on
Mm.
in this. My body weight's up a little bit more because I don't move as much because I'm on my computer so much more than I've ever been. I'm on my computer more in the last 18 months than I was in 5 years, 8 years of time
Oh, wow.
because I didn't have to be. And so I didn't have to do a podcast. I didn't have to send emails. So it's just we have to keep evolving and figuring things out. So finding different coping mechanisms. I'm spending too much money on meta ads that I can't buy alcohol. So I don't drink because I don't have enough money to spend it there too.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's not a wise investment of finances
Yeah.
and stuff. So so I don't do that, but I have to find other ways to get to the outcome that I want, and I have to manage and cope with different things to keep moving forward, so I don't quit or whatever, which is
Yeah.
just not gonna happen.
Yeah. You always gotta iterate and change. And that's what this was. I mean, that's why I decided to do the,
Yeah,
medication. But yeah.
there he is. There he is. Welcome back, Chris.
Hey guys.
Yep, yep. Some just want to go back to the information. There's a lot, right? There is a lot. I have a lot of resources, so just let me know if it's too much or how to discern it or whatever. Any of the efforts or attempts to share stuff when you read it, it's really basic information. It's just that you're not familiar with it yet. You read something 5 times, you're like, oh, this is pretty basic. It's just that you're not seeing things like Lucas in the beginning, he just did not see where all the fat was coming from. And when he was tracking his macros, like, dude, it's lunchtime. I'm out of fat. What's going on, man?
Yeah.
I'm not over here slathering peanut butter over my face. Why is this happening? And then we figure out and we tweak, like, dude, you're crushing the cheese, man. You
Yeah.
got to
Yeah.
back
I
off.
Yeah. I
that's
get
what
it.
I would.
It's part of it for me is when trying to get just dialed in, right, on a range of
Yep.
different things. Like
Mm.
there's this I have this, kind of this theory around like, your big rocks and your priorities. Like you got to
Oh,
dial in
totally.
on the
Yep.
biggest things first, and then
Yep.
kind of that, and then you
Yeah.
pyramid down from there.
Yeah. So the
And
biggest rocks for you in this program, we need to move a certain amount. I don't care if you walk, run, elliptical, stepper, walk the dog, walk your wife, lift weights, doesn't really matter.
yeah,
We need to walk, you need to move a certain amount day in, day out. And it doesn't even necessarily need to be every day, but cumulatively over across of the week or the month or the 100 days, we have to burn so many calories to get
right.
that to help alleviate the calories. So movement. Food, at the very least, you just do the basics from the first call prep video. You need to pick 3, possibly 4 meals for roughly having definitely under 2,000, but more like 1,800 calories. Do simple math, divide that out. It's usually about what, 500 to 600 calories in a meal,
Mhm.
roughly on average. Then we have those 3 pieces: the protein, fibrous carbs, starchy carb. The guy that lost some of the most weight I've ever had in the time frame he did, Andy, he didn't eat vegetables. You can go listen to episode 53. He didn't eat vegetables. I tried a couple different ways and I gave up on it because he wasn't doing it and he wasn't going to. And he didn't want to find or figure out a way to make it happen because it wasn't going to be something he was going to do anyways long term. He did eat fruits, though. He admits that he got some of his fiber through fruits, which is fine ultimately if we're not just ODing on it and having so many.
Sure.
So we can do that. You pick the vegetables that you enjoy the most and just focus there. In that PDF I sent, there's 50 different ones. There are some big winners like avocado. Maybe that's where we can use up some of your fat in the day, but you get 16 grams of fiber in one avocado. That's like 50% of your day there. Like, hey,
That's
I
pretty
like
good.
avocados. Cool. Then let's just eat an avocado in a day.
Right.
Maybe not at one sitting, but in lunch and dinner or something, or breakfast and lunch or lunch and whatever. Cool. So we got that. Or add 1, 2, 3 pieces of fruit in a day. And if you pick your common ones, apple, banana, pear, orange, those are going to be about 100 calories with roughly 3 grams of fiber in them. You pick 3, there's 9. That's a third, definitely at least a third to almost half of your fiber in a day. It's only 300 calories. So we're good. And then we have our starchy carb. We just can't eat too much of that, and we want to limit the fat. So that's the nutrition piece. If we can do balanced meals and make better decisions and practice portion control than you did the week prior, were good. Then the other two were water, 100 ounces or more, and sleep, which you acknowledge that you're doing really well with. So ideally, 7 hours of sleep or more will help. If you're under six, scientifically backed studies are going to tell you're really going to struggle with weight loss just because of you're up longer. There's more cortisol. There's more stress in the
Yeah.
body. It can't recover. It can't do its thing because you're too wound up working or wifing or kidding or whatever
Right.
other things that are in all of our lives right now. So those are the four main things that you need to do. And the fifth one is just check in with me and let me know where you're at so that I can manage you because
Yeah.
I've worked with thousands of Chris and Lucas's throughout the time. So those will be it. And then the macros we'll learn. You'll learn in like 2 to 3 weeks. You're like, okay, I did this many and I lost this much weight, and you'll see these patterns start to emerge and you'll understand what's in the food that you're eating on a regular basis. Because ultimately, you're going to eat the same things over and again for the rest of your life. You're just going to be able to portion and control them a lot better so that they don't get you in trouble like they did and that got you here in the first place. So those are going to be the main pieces that are going to give you the biggest levels of successes. Mike Lucas was in with Mike. The guy never tracked anything. Instead of snacking, he made a smoothie and he had a protein smoothie and blended it up and that's what he had. And then he had like he still had pizza nights with his kids and stuff and he walked maybe 6,000 steps cuz he was talking about getting a knee replacement. So he was like, I felt like he was a flight risk at 3, 4 weeks in. I'm like, Mike, how you doing over there, man? Here's my calendar link. Let's hop on a call, man. Let's check in with you. How you doing? But he lost 30 pounds. It was incredible. And he took the least technical route of most people
Definitely.
ever do.
I was
And
probably on the technical. I was on the
10 years. Yeah, yeah. You're on the
yeah,
technical route, and he was on the
yeah,
complete opposite side of it, but you both lost the same amount of weight,
yeah.
which is really
Yep.
cool. So we just got to find Chris's way, and we will. But it doesn't involve beet shakes. No beet smoothies, man. Don't do that.
Fair.
The smoothies that I do, so the super shake smoothie guide that I sent over, you have a protein, you pick a protein, usually a dairy based one, 40, 50 grams of protein ideally, then a piece of fruit. I mix in vegetables. I'll mix in frozen broccoli. I'll put a whole bag of frozen broccoli in, a couple handfuls of spinach, not necessarily all in one, but these are vegetables that I use. Kale overpowers it if you put too much in. I'll do frozen peas, but again, that will change the taste, not to where you can't drink it, but it does shift the flavor a bit. Red, yellow, orange peppers, sweeten it, make it taste better. Carrots, sweeten it, makes it taste better. Cucumber, not so good. Green peppers kills it. You don't want to drink it at all.
Oh,
And those are probably cauliflower, but we never buy cauliflower. That probably could blend frozen specifically because if you have frozen vegetables, it blends in a little better and it doesn't have as much of a greeny taste in a sense or a raw live taste. So those are the vegetables that I have experienced and experimented with and had success with. My kids will drink a broccoli smoothie, and I give it to them regularly when I make them. Then they would drink it when they're younger. I don't know if they would now. They'd be like, "What's in there?" They'd ask too many questions. So so hopefully that's helpful. And ultimately, at the end of the day, we're looking for the smoothie to be about 500 calories or less,
Yeah.
roughly. So let's just focus. I triple dog dare you. Just focus on the things you enjoy first. Let's
Okay.
figure that out before we do anything else.
Perfect.
You'll like it better. How is tracking going for you? Easy, hard, takes a little extra time. It
No,
is
I
just
think,
what it is.
when you set up meals that you consistently do, right,
Yeah,
it makes it a little bit easier.
yeah,
So it's like the setup, there's a little bit of work involved, but once you get your regulars, right? I mean, for me, breakfast is not something I think about a ton, right? I have my Oikos yogurt and then my Premier Protein shake in the morning. And that's just protein, and then I'll have an apple or, a piece of fruit with it. And
Yep,
so
simple.
I just keep it simple. That way the data entry is not a big time suck.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's been helpful too, just to see the numbers. And then that's when I know, like, okay, I'm not consistently hitting my fiber targets. I got to figure that piece out.
If you're it's for reference, fiber, 14 grams of fiber per 1,000 calories you're eating is generally the standard. I always try and encourage more fiber to influence you to eat more vegetables. If you you'll always Brian will always say, "Do you get your protein?" And you probably can eat more vegetables there. I will almost always
Yep.
say that. You almost can bet money, like he'll probably
Right.
suggest eating more. And I share. I'll share some more of my meal so you can see the volume of food that I eat to make sure that I stay full long enough. And I literally am only trying to eat I'm trying to eat as much food to get me to the next time I'm gonna eat again. And I just literally I just personally just put food in a pan, warm it up, it's balanced enough, and I'll throw some garlic on it, it'll taste fine. And then
Yeah.
I'll get it to last me generally 4, 5, 6 hours until I eat again. I ate dinner before we got on this around 8. No, actually I had a call before this, but I ate something around 6:37, and I'm not gonna eat again until probably 9 or 10 tomorrow. I'll probably eat a little bit before around 8 because my buddy's coming over and we're gonna do a workout. So I want to have a little bit of gas in me, but also I might not. I might just work out and then eat afterwards. It all just depend on how the morning goes, how full I am, if I'm hungry or not.
Sure.
Really, that's how I'm gonna play it. And you will default. The idea is to default to say 3 go-to meals at every general time that you eat in the day.
Right.
Here's 3 breakfasts, here's 3 lunches, here's 3 midday things that are just on repeat that equal out the same amount of calories and macros anyways, and then they're literally interchangeable,
Yeah. And that's kind of
amongst.
what I'm looking for, just to figure
Yeah.
that piece out. But so far, like, now that I'm getting into the tracking, not it's something I like doing now.
Okay, good. What
So
I always ask this, what are some of the biggest things you've learned from it so far? Like, what observations you see? So, like, Lucas, my gosh, there's so much fat. Like, where is this
Yeah.
stuff coming from?
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, cheese is like high in fat.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I said
Yeah.
at first. It was like,
And
why am I over fat
I
every
love me
day?
some cheese, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, so
Uh-huh.
I'm like the last couple days at Heinen's, they had the two brothers roast beef that were, the grab and go, and it's 12 grams of protein for 2 ounces of roast beef. So you do 4 ounces and get like a thick sandwich. Um, throw some red onion on that mug and a little bit of cheddar. It tastes pretty damn good.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So
And so what do we have? We have bread. So it's gonna be depending on what it is, usually 80 to 120 calories a slice, somewhere in
so I
there.
grabbed the bread that I was using was that Dave's
Oh, yeah, that's right.
the
Okay, so this is
60.
from the picture. This is the
Yes.
picture that you sent from your. Okay, yeah, so we
This
got
is like
low calorie bread.
it's 60
Cool.
grams a slice, and then I have some Ezekiel in the fridge that um
It's
I'm gonna
good.
start trying,
Yeah,
see if
and
I
you can
like it.
have it. The Ezekiel will have some fiber in it. It'll have protein in it because it's dense, has a lot of other ingredients in it than say the Dave's does. Either way, we're looking for maybe 2 slices in a day, generally
Yeah,
anyways.
tops.
I try and steer people away from wheat a lot because it's too accessible, it's too easy to overeat, it's not that filling, and people just overconsume it all the time. It's like, "Oh, I had a bagel for breakfast and a sandwich for lunch, and we had pasta for dinner." Like, bro, your carbs were straight wheat all day long.
Yeah.
No wonder you're having trouble balancing energy levels, or it's
Yeah.
why your belly keeps growing outward because you're putting too many carbs in you and you're not full, so it's not
Yeah.
good. So yeah, and roast beef can be pretty low fat. We don't eat a lot of it here just because too many kids or whatever. But yeah, that would be a good lean protein source. So 4 6 ounces of that, and then usually a good standard lunch sandwich like that. So you got your bread, enough protein, a piece of fruit, and handful, 2 handfuls of vegetables, and yeah, that literally could be every single day the rest of your life. That'll be
Yeah. I've been
under
doing the
500 calories. Yep, a whole bag of baby carrots is, you know how many calories in a whole bag? The one that fits in your hand?
60.
A little bit more than that. It's 170 for the whole bag.
Okay.
So pretty light, and there's a lot of
Um,
chomping to do.
Yeah.
It's pretty
You got
filling too. It's pretty
yeah,
filling.
you got a lot of chomping to get through a bag of baby carrots. So
Yeah.
that's a good deal. So that'll keep you full. But I like that one, and that'll be one that you should keep doing regularly, and you'll just know how many calories and macros are in it without even thinking anymore. And
Yeah.
so we track. Well, the intention is to not track. So we have to come in, learn what we need to with the calories, what's in the macros, how do I start re identifying food for what it actually is? Cheese is a fat source that has a little bit of protein in it. Beans are a carb that has some protein and fiber in it. And when we recategorize, eggs are a fat source that has some protein in it. When we think of things more how they are macronutrient wise, they become these pieces of the puzzles that you can put where you need them to and get them to fit and work in whatever situation you want. Oh,
Right.
Saturday, I'm going to make eggs and bacon. Okay, it's going to be high fat. My next meal is going to be so we'll do eggs, bacon, and pancakes for breakfast because the family and all. All right. The lunch is going to be a chicken salad because there'll be no fat and it'll be all protein and veggies to balance it out. And then you'll be good for dinner in a sense,
Right.
and enjoy breakfast with the kids and not
Sure.
whatever. Like, Dad, why are you making egg white eggs? Nobody likes those. Kids are all ragging on you or something.
Let me think here. Nothing really that profound. I mean, because
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
I mean, stage. I kind of have a general idea. I've been
Good.
food
Some
aware.
people are, and others are like, yeah, okay, this all makes sense.
I mean, I did end up buying some of those David bars,
Okay. Yeah.
which
They got great macros.
they do, and that's one thing I
Yep.
learned is because I saw like a colleague that was eating one, and I was like, "Oh, you got a protein bar," and then he's like, "These are great," and so I saw him at Heinen's,
Yep.
looked at them, and I'm like, "Okay, one, they're low calorie, you know, protein is high." So
Yep.
you get this like good combo of low calorie, high protein in a bar, which,
Yep.
if you're going to a gas station, that's like you want to find that one, but they're all like 400 calories.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
So,
Quest bars are gonna be the default in most situations like that, or very
yeah,
similar one, the one protein bar. Those will be at or anytime you're looking for, say, a protein bar in general, you're looking for about 20 grams of protein in it, and the higher the fiber in it, why not? Usually the better, and the food science is pretty good
yeah.
nowadays that you can actually enjoy that experience a lot more, so it's all good. It's all very good.
The other thing I've just tried to do for discipline purposes, and it's not fun right now, but just avoid sugar, right? Like, let me just get focused on what I should be doing first, and then that could be something we could revisit.
Right. The first thing I always say is alternative. What's a better alternative to whatever form of sugar you're trying to
Yeah,
or
fruit.
yeah, fruit's always gonna be the default, but even
Yeah,
say chocolate, there's a lot of chocolate alternatives that we can have that will check the box for you without it costing you a lot of calories and fats and sugar in it.
Mhm.
So, and you should. The main goal is fat loss right
Yeah,
now.
I'm
And
I'm that's what I'm trying to do is I gotta cut something out, so why not,
yep, yep,
sugar? And it's not
mhm,
something I even wanna track where I
right,
wanna play with fire, so to speak, and then
right,
figure out
right,
how to take a small amount and keep it in my day to day. So,
right. Right. We can work it back in. It will need to be worked back in. That's for
yeah.
sure. This weekend we went to a Monsters game Saturday. We went to Mitchell's afterwards. Great. Had myself a Tasters Duo. I had
Let's go.
lemon white chocolate chunk, which was dynamite. It was so good. And
Mhm.
then I had
That's good
a
stuff.
mint cookies and cream. It was very tasty. We always do the Tasters Duo. I usually try and get complimentary flavors. I almost went with the Valentine's special. I had like a dark raspberry chocolate truffle, and there's a strawberry chocolate chunk or something. I almost went with that combo. That would have been a good Valentine's Day styled one, but I was persuaded otherwise after the sample. But we will want to work that stuff back in, but not
Yeah.
right.
It's not something I'm thinking about right now.
Yeah, right. And you shouldn't be really, because it's gonna move. It makes things harder
Yeah.
to get to the goal of what you want. So exactly. I will. I'll fit in Mitchell's, and I'll just manipulate another meal or two in a day to make it work, so that I don't have to work so hard tomorrow to get off today's choices in a sense, which is important, very important. There's some challenges for you, Chris.
Let's see. I mean, I have a pretty wall to wall day with most days with my job. Like I am
Right,
constantly in meetings, right?
right.
And so my first one yesterday was at, or first one today was at 8 o'clock, and so three out of the 5 days on my calendar, I start with my first meeting at 8 o'clock in the morning. And so today I got to like 3 o'clock and I'm looking at my steps and I'm like, I am way behind. Right. And
Right.
so there are days where I'm just like cooking and then I'm like I'm in leadership in my job. So I have everybody else's problems coming my way. And so I gotta,
Yep.
start playing redirect and taking care of everybody else's stuff that, the day gets ahead of you or the day gets behind you at some point.
Yeah.
And so
Responsibility stack. Yep.
so it's like, I mean, the things I need to do in those instances when the weather does break is, are there calls I can go on a walk and take at the same time? Are
Yep.
there,
And you can
things that
shift that culture around your staff and the people you interact with. Like,
yeah,
hey, I'm tired of staring at your face. I'm gonna go walk and we're gonna
yeah,
take this on a phone call or something. Like even this, you could be out walking around in the dark around the block having a conversation with us. And
yeah,
maybe that's what you do next week and it's 60 outside in the nighttime or something. Cool. It's raining here, I think. So it's not the best night to be outside walking, but Andy walked outside and uh so I think
yeah.
Danny's been out moving too. So but yes, that's a very good one there. Think of also the average over the week so that you don't. I remember there's certain days of just stupid busy days that if I didn't work out by a certain time, it wasn't happening. I had to just
Yeah.
let it go because the day was just so full of something and it wasn't.
And that was one of my goals I sent you is I want to try to just get to a place where I do, convert that like a real goal of mine is to do my, main workouts in the morning. Like
Yep.
and evolve like and get to a place where it's something that is like because right now, I mean, I like exercise. I like, when I do work out, I just don't like doing it at 6 o'clock, you know?
Yeah.
Um, not many
Yeah.
people do either though, but
If I had a normal job, I would have to do it in the morning. There's no way I'd be able to do it any other time. I'd have to
yeah,
get up at 5 o'clock and do it, and that would be it'd be something that I have to figure out. So I'd probably end up recruiting buddies or starting to do that to where I had other people to help motivate me. I'm
sure.
very self motivated. I'll do the thing, but I'd much rather do it in a social setting. And my buddy's going to come over the next 2 days and work out with me. I bike rode with my son the other day. I got interrupted in the workout today, but we were doing a back workout with my son today. I got to finish. I'm going to probably finish it after we're done. Do a couple more, some bicep curls to check the box. I got a lot of pull ups in, but do some bicep curls to finish it off. But for
Nice.
me, that's important. So, yeah, I like some of those things. With getting the workouts in the morning. The other thing to think about is if you can do it on the weekend, do Saturday, Sunday morning before the day gets busy.
Oh,
And then if
I
you
did that. I was able to get that. I did that this past weekend.
good,
I got my stuff done before 10 o'clock,
nice.
which was
That's
good.
great. And
So,
then if you look at the week, if you strategically place them in the week, then it won't say cost you more sleep. You could do
right.
2 on the weekend and 2 during the week, Monday, Thursday, or Tuesday, Thursday, something like that. And then you actually get a reasonable amount of sleep and all that stuff. And it's more
Yeah,
manageable to fit in because nothing's worse than having to get up and go work out and it's way early and you're underslept. The likeliness of that continuing is not
sure.
great, and we'll figure that out. When do you wanna start putting that into play, the morning stuff more frequently?
I mean, certainly on like non-lifting days, one of the things I want to do is I did start doing a little bit of this weekend is, I would walk on the treadmill at an incline and just go at a brisk pace. And then I started like measuring, for every 10 minutes at this rate, how many steps am I getting in? And I
Yes,
started doing the math
that's
because
good to know.
I'm very
That's
time
good.
sensitive
Yes, I can
and
walk this many steps in this much time is a
so
good number to
that
know.
was my thought process. And
Yeah,
so I'm like,
like
okay, naturally, if I start to run, I can get my 10,000 done quicker. I
you
start
with the running, you just have to 2 things you have to be careful of. The simple example is walk an hour, run an hour. Which one are you going to be more hungry after?
Oh, for
Running the
sure.
hour, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
more intensity impacts hunger, which then challenges your calorie deficit you're trying to stay in. And going at a lower intensity might actually be the win for that. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you don't necessarily need to hit 10K to have a productive weight loss, but that is just a good, say, start until you
Sure.
figure out, okay, I work out 3 days a week. I can do 7,000 steps every day and I can eat this many calories and I will lose weight. Then cool, just do 7,000 and that
Yeah.
works in your favor a
Yeah.
lot better. The other thing is risk of injury goes up. So as Lucas, we called him out earlier in the call before you jumped on, but Lucas is gonna want to run a marathon. He started the program, had no inclination at all. He just want to lose weight. Now we got him considering marathons and stuff. But with more running, you have to stretch and loosen your body.
Right.
There has to be some
Yep.
form of a direct relationship there. So just be conscious
Sure.
of more movement equals more stretching so
Yeah.
that you
And
can move.
and I'm not
Okay.
looking to like
Wow.
I'm not looking to train for, you know,
No.
any of those races. I'm just looking to move um
Yep.
beyond walking. Like because there are points in my life where I was a pretty avid runner. Um and it feels good after you're done, right? Like your body just
Yep.
gets that dopamine rush that you don't
Yep.
get really from other
activities.
I was actually had recorded my 101st podcast today, and the guy we were talking about literally endurance and running and gait patterns and posture and yeah. So yeah, there was very much so. I'm trying to run more, and my left glute is not really working for me. The
Well,
biking
and
I can do.
that's what I'm trying to work back towards, Brian, is just feeling how my body reacts. And
Yeah,
that's why, part of it was why I said I'm interested not just in like checking the box on the vegetables, but also some of the wellness for, like joints and things like that
sure,
have holistic benefits that I'm gonna have to do this anyway. That's what I was
sure.
more alluding to, I
Yep.
guess, with some of the specific things that I know would allow me to just be active, right? And not have injuries as I get into my
Mhm.
fitness.
Or
So,
anti-inflammation type
yeah.
food choices and such. Yeah. We'll start with the ones you like first, and then we'll start
Mhm.
mixing them in and seeing other ways to cook or prepare the things and blend them or whatever. So,
Right.
and then see what we can do. I didn't know I had a love affair with Brussels sprouts until I roasted them in my 33rd year on the plane. I was like, wow, these are
Yeah.
amazing roasted Brussels sprouts for the win. I eat these every day. My mom always boiled them. It's like, no, thank you. Not it.
Oh,
We
so
don't
much
want
better
this.
roasted.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so much. A little bacon in there,
Yeah.
bomb. It's killer. Excellent. Yeah, we can work on those as we go. So a little bit more shifting to movement in the workday, shifting some of the exercise in the morning because your day's just time tight, and get some more veggies in.
Yeah. I mean, and part of it is just like there's I just believe in the benefit of like you knock it out in the morning, you're just gonna have a better day overall.
Yeah, you know that. Every what prioritize what's most important first. Yeah. So very much so. I like it. Or at least get it scheduled on your calendar. More likely to get done. That's for sure. Excellent. Excellent. Anything else I can help? Your engagement this week has been great, Chris. Lucas, we'll keep up engagement with you as always. How else can I serve you guys?
Was listen, I mean kind of balls in my court still. So I'm still
Always.
getting a handle on it. You're poking and prodding where needed when some of the things haven't completely started to become here's the Tuesday survey that needs to go out every week. Um and it seems like you have a pretty structured playbook on specific things and when they're supposed to happen. Some of those things
The main
are
things of anything is Tuesday is that the weekly check-in. Great. Fill that out. That gives me the things I need to understand where we're at in the process.
yeah,
Of anything that's most important. On Sunday, there's a 2-question identity uh, and mindset question that I just think is good. That's why I put it in there to get you thinking about, okay, who's the version of Chris that is best version, and health is a part of that. So that's
right.
a 2-question thing. There's a mission brief thing that has a bunch of different things to encourage you to do other things. If you don't do those, and you're doing the basic big rock things, cool. These are the little rocks to help just round it out more. Some people love it. Other people are like, I don't really care about this. And that's either way is fine. On Saturday, there's the mission brief workout, or more of like the circuit boot camp thing to create some variety and another challenge and stuff. So they're all like 20-ish minutes roughly to under 30 to do. Those are the main things to do. And there will be pokes and prods throughout the course of the time that are a bit more strategic to breath. Did you do some breath work this week? I called it out on Sunday. I said, hey, maybe this is something we can think about doing once or twice this week. You pause and do some box breathing for a moment because that'll help with your sympathetic, parasympathetic response and
Sure.
keeping you calm and relaxed. And and your body moving. So those will be the main things. But again, just going back to just literally engaging with me is the very most important thing. If you did nothing else and you just text me, hey, Brian, this is what I did, you're going to be pretty successful. So
Cool.
and you're doing fine. Usually, if I don't hear from you in like 2 or 3 days, I do poke. It's like, hey, how you doing over there? Lucas got it earlier. Like, what's
Yeah,
up, Lucas? How you
that's
doing?
true. That's true. No, the engagements for sure. That's key. It's super helpful too. Like one of the first things I did in starting it was I would send pictures of my meals.
Yeah,
And
that's
like
what.
going back to the vegetables, yeah, Brian would always say like you need like 3 times more vegetables, and I'd be like, oh gosh, I gotta do 3 times more. But that was a helpful thing for me, and sending the macros and
Yeah,
yeah, just staying in touch is yeah,
that's the basics of all of it.
yeah,
If you never even came to a Wednesday meeting and you just message me every day, you're gonna have wild success. There's just
yeah.
no way around it. So cool. Yeah, we'll get it figured out. Anything else from you guys?
Nope, nothing on
Good
my end.
here.
All right. Cool. Excellent. Then off we go. Have a wonderful night. We'll catch you next week. I will be just throw this out there and I'll put it in the group, but I am going to Peru to Machu Picchu on the 20. We're leaving the 24th. So not next week, but the week after, the 25th and the 1st are, I probably won't be doing these unless it's really convenient and I have Wi-Fi, then maybe I will. But I plan to move the 25th call to the 23rd on that Monday night at the same time, 9 o'clock, and then we'll just pick back up on the 8th. So, but I'll still be texting and messaging because I will be around Wi-Fi, and T-Mobile does pretty good with international data. So, just to give you guys a heads up on that. But all right,
All right,
Cool.
sounds good.
all right, be well. Thank you guys. Have a great night. Catch your
All right,
messages.
see ya.
Bye bye. Excited to have you. And thank you so much for joining this episode of the Roundtable. I hope that you get a lot of valuable insight out of what we're doing, why we're doing it in the Call to Rise 100-Day Fat Loss Challenge program. And if you're looking for direct help, accountability, support, and a brotherhood to actually figure out how to have sustained long-term weight loss and alleviate chronic illness, type 2 diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and get your life going back in the healthy way you want. So that 50 or even 60 is better than your current state of being. Check it out, thecalltorise.com. This is episode 97. So 98 is on more diabetes, continuous blood glucose monitors. Episode 99 is on artificial sweeteners. Is it safe for guys to be eating and consuming them or not? And then 100's going to be a really special treat, something wildly different than what I do on a normal basis. And I'm looking forward to bringing these shows to you. That said, off we go. Have a wonderful day. Catch you in the next one.